For sure, anxiety and depression is a big one. And we have a whole topic specially set out just to look at anxiety and depression in more detail.
A group therapy session is in progress at Gloucester House, near Swindon. Men who come here have a long history of drink and drugs dependency. For many, this is the last chance to turn their lives around.
They will have lost not only their homes, they will have lost jobs, they will have lost relationships, and really will have come to the end of their tether. In some cases, people will have deliberately overdosed because they can see no point to life anymore. And so mostly when people come to residential rehab, they've come to the point of saying, if this can't help me, I'm probably dead.
Addiction is something that you can easily fall into, no matter whether you be a lord or a beggar.
When I came in here, I was a very different person to the person I am now. You know, I was just basically on my knees, a broken person.
One's not enough. You've got to have another one, and one after that, and then before you know it, you're drunk.
And I've realised that my life, it's become uncontrollable.
The money runs out, you can't work anymore, people don't want to employ you, etc., so you start committing crime.
It's only when you're down on your knees and you're being sick for the 1000th time that it finally dawns on you.
It took me to some very dark places, which nobody should really have to go to.
The Salvation Army's Gloucester House in Highworth, a small market town near Swindon, has been working in rehabilitation since 1961. Hundreds of men have come through its doors and gone on to live lives free from alcohol and drug dependency.
It's quite a shock very often for people to come to residential rehab. In fact, I've people come in and just burst into tears, that their lives have come to this, really. So people need to be treated very gently because they're very vulnerable, they're very frightened, they will have very high levels of anxiety. And what they often find is that they thought they were the only person or a rarity, and they discover that they fit in a room of other people who have had very, very similar experiences.
What does hello mean?
When you come in, you're a complete gibbering wreck. You don't trust anybody. You're full of fear, anxiety, pain, guilt, shame, all those things. And all those things you have to, are things that you have to deal with.
I've been married and stuff. I've lost everything that I had, all material stuff. Every relationship I've been in, I've broken. Do you know what I mean? Through my own selfishness, and I don't want that life anymore.
Mainly, I'm an alcoholic and use cocaine. I'm a junkie.
I've been into hospital for about 6 times with alcoholic fits. So I decided that I had to do something about it. I had to try and put myself back onto the right road.
Keep it.
Yeah, keep it.
Okay.
I am certainly powerless against alcohol. My drug of choice was vodka. It was nothing for me to basically drink 2 litres of vodka in one day.
Rehab at Gloucester House is based on the 12-step programme of Alcoholics Anonymous.
When you've done that, the relationship is going to be damaged. Is that fair?
Yeah.
Yeah? And how do you feel about yourself? Is your self-esteem damaged too? Yeah.
We have a primary and a secondary programme. The primary programme in the mornings are all sorts of different groups. We have step groups where people learn about the 12-step programme. We have workshops where people learn about things like relationships, emotions, anger management, and we also have an interpersonal group where the clients challenge each other, talk to each other about their issues and about their addiction problems.
It's hard.
Do you think you can live like that though, Lee?
I can't live like that, no way.
Through group therapy and one-to-one sessions, they're able to explore the causes of their addiction. They share experiences and learn to develop strategies to change their behaviour. The programme also provides a structured daily routine to men whose lifestyles have often been chaotic. Occupational therapy is an important part of the programme. Manual work provides the clients with an outlet to relieve stress and anxiety after the demanding therapy sessions. Residents can attend workshops in woodworking, picture framing, pottery and gardening. Chris completed the programme, but he comes back regularly to help in the pottery workshop and to offer support to the other residents.
I came here 9 months ago through my addiction with alcohol and crack cocaine. I'd lost just about everything that I had in the world, really. I'd lost my house, my girlfriend, my car, motorbike, everything. All possessions had gone. I owed a vast amount of money. I mean, the main thing was, apart from material things, I just lost all self-respect, all hope. I was definitely at rock bottom, and I didn't really care if I lived or died at that time when I came, before I came into this place.
Chris's life turned round dramatically after his stay at Gloucester House. Step one towards recovery is to recognise that you have a problem and your life has become unmanageable.
I'm too old for this. I'm 51 now. I've been doing it since I was 16. And I really need to find a new head, because this one's crap.
Thank you. That was a privilege to hear your life stories today. And
You've got to look inside yourself and pull out all the horrible bits about yourself. And looking inside yourself is hard for anyone to do. And because I thought I was a good guy.
To be stripped bare of your defence mechanisms, it's not easy. And it does leave your head spinning. And if anyone does find it easy, they're either pretending or they're not being true.
The residents regularly travel to Swindon, where they attend meetings of Alcoholics Anonymous and Narcotics Anonymous. To avoid relapsing, they'll continue to attend these meetings long after they've left Gloucester House. One of the keys to overcoming substance abuse is working at change one day at a time.
I can't handle not drinking alcohol for the rest of my life, but I can handle it for today. And that's all. I only need to handle it for today. And tomorrow I'll wake up and I'll take it a day at a time. Then you keep doing the days, and then they turn into weeks, and they turn into months, and they turn into years. And I've seen them turn into years in many, many people, that have been through this program. So yeah, that's what it's all about. Just for today, keep it in the day.
Gloucester House residents also get the chance to attend classes in literacy, numeracy and computer skills. This morning, Lee has received good news in the post. He's been admitted to college to continue his education.
I've got schooling. Good. Got schooling. Good part of my recovery, I'm well proud. Well proud. Good. Good. Yeah. I've come from hell, really. I really made my life bad for different reasons, and never had schooling, and look, it works. I've got cards to go and sort my life out, and it does get recognised, So I'm just chuffed to bits from where I've come from. If it weren't for Gloucester House, then I don't know where I'd be now. Well, I probably do, but I ain't gonna say it, Be in some dark corner, dead somewhere, I reckon. I've got hope. I have hope. I'm on my way. You'll be there soon, mate. Definitely.
Once the clients have successfully completed the primary programme, usually after about 3 months, they can move on to the secondary programme.
You'll probably get another 10, I expect.
On the secondary programme, they can go and do voluntary work, or maybe a course, and that starts them getting back into real life and meeting people, and it's not just sort of in the bubble of Gloucester House.
I'm currently starting voluntary work with a cancer research shop in Swindon. This is like a starting block now, a better life that doesn't involve abusing alcohol. When you come through the other side, you realise that you have changed, and it is worth all the tears and that comes with it. and you do get a little sense of triumph.
Neil comes to do voluntary work here 3 times a week. He's nearing the end of his time in rehab.
How are you?
Fine. Right, what do you like me to do?
I would like you to start on the children's books, please.
At Gloucester House, I've learned a lot about myself through the therapy, and it's made me sort of realise about who I am, because I didn't really know who I was. I didn't know really about the real me. And I feel ready to face the world again, but without the need to abuse alcohol, which is a miracle, really.
Chris completed the programme and has now left Gloucester House, but he continues to do voluntary work.
I do 2 days at Age Concern, working behind the till, and I work in a cafe. I also work 1 day a week in opticians, and it's just great. It's just like getting back out there in the community, giving something back to the community again, and through doing so getting some self-respect and some dignity back, and getting to know how to relate back to people, because you know, if I didn't have a drink or a drug inside me, then I didn't know. Didn't know how to deal with people. I was going to say, what is it anyway? Is that a little
Chris is a former medical student. He also studied molecular biophysics until addiction stopped his studies. This year, he's going back to university.
I've got a place at Bradford University to study optometry, to be an optician, so it's absolutely amazing what the programme has done for me.
We've got a high success rate, as defined by the National Treatment Agency, in both the primary and secondary programme, and also in our planned departures. One of the things that residents often say about us, and it seems strange these days to use this language, but they say, we were loved when we came in. The support, the affirmation, the encouragement, the commitment of staff is something that I think is remarkable at Gloucester House.
There's peace here, there's calm here, and the staff know what they're doing. You know, they've been doing it a very long time. And you receive love here, you know, you receive love and encouragement and support.
Coming in here, it's just, it felt so safe, you know. There's a lot of warmth. That's the key thing in here.
The love that I was shown by the people in this place was just absolutely amazing. You know, they didn't know me from Adam, and they just, you know, just welcomed me with open arms, you know, and it was just absolutely amazing.
Gloucester House is a unique place and a very special place. It's a chance for people to come and change their lives and to turn their lives around. We have over the door the word hope, and many people who come through that door have been hopeless in the past. But when they come into Gloucester House, they can find hope, a hope of a better future, a future where they're not dependent on drugs and alcohol, a future where they have choices. And that's what we give them here. We also give them a lot of care, a lot of love, a lot of support.
I didn't have a life before. Yeah, I didn't have a life before. My life before was robbing people for my drugs. And by coming here, it's given me my life back. Give me a chance to think about myself and helping me to get the grasp of this 12-step programme. And I wouldn't have got that outside. I'd have been dead. So it's given me my life. And I'm grateful.
People often say, Gloucester House has saved my life. And I think when people are able to say that on a consistent basis, it feels like we're making a difference. And I guess that's what many people want to do in their lives, is make a difference in the lives of others.